Hey Leo, welcome back to Bon Echo Tarot. I am here with your full moon in Capricorn reading, which is happening on June the 24th. I'm actually recording on June 22nd, which is the day that Mercury goes stationary direct. Yay! But I caution everyone to make sure you're not making any new beginnings just yet. Don't sign any contracts. If you can avoid it for the next, I would say 5 to 7 days. So, and travel can also get a bit challenging during this time. So, one of the things I'm finding is we've got, all of these transits kind of sitting on top of each other. So we have just come out of Mercury retrograde. We had solstice yesterday. Today Mercury's going direct, and there's all sorts of other stuff. Astrology is a passionate hobby of mine, but I could never say that I'm an actual astrologer. I don't think, anyway. But I do like finding the patterns in things. So for you, Leo, this past Mercury retrograde has been in your 11th house of community, friendship, that kind of thing. And so the title of my, did I do a separate Mercury retrograde? I don't think I did. I kind of did a hodgepodge of stuff. But at any rate, for you, the notes I have on Mercury retrograde for you is that group dynamics get messy, delays with team projects, and as well a special note to avoid gossip. So I hope you navigated this Mercury retrograde in a good way for you. But you could have had a lot of drama within your friendship circles and whatever you consider to be your community. So, like I said, it feels very much like we're all being kind of taken through this process step by step. And this full moon seems to be anchoring and grounding the culmination of whatever lessons that we have learned. So for you, Leo, this full moon is landing in your 6th house of health and daily routines. So this is actually looking good for you astrologically, Leo, in terms of reaching goals in health and in work matters. So like I said, work could be great and your daily routine may be really streamlined, whether you've been working out and that's been going really well for you. You may have just been finding, social dynamics a little bit challenging. So with that being said, let's hop into the tarot. And before I go too much further, I need some water. Oh, look at that. Hierophant is on the bottom. So there could be a Taurus who could be in your sphere somewhere. Also, there could be some issues around commitment and dogmatic thinking, that kind of thing. But let's get some cards specifically for you, Leo. And Leo, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. So, with these challenging social dynamics, you could be feeling on the outside of things with the 5 of Pentacles. So I'm just going to pop that there. Let's see what else we have for you, how the story unfolds. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, or 10 of Cups as your obstacle. So emotional fulfillment, reaching goals within your family even, could be a challenge for you at this time. Foundation is work. So again, we tend to put our most of our energy towards what's actually giving back to us. So work could be your refuge at this time. So in the past, we have the 3 of Cups. So the 3 of Cups, that's kind of like the party card or reunions, but good times with friends in the past kind of thing. And, you could be feeling a little nostalgic or exhausted. Maybe you're tired of the drama that's within your friendship circle. Um, and, you know, you kind of feel like you're hanging on, but, you know, you're at a 9. You know, it hasn't quite, and there's the anxiety right there in your short-term outcome. So you're definitely kind of approaching the end of a cycle. Ooh, Leo. You could be actually, you know, it's funny because I used to, you know, I have Scorpio placements, so this is kind of what we do, but lies, we hate lies. So I don't really like this card. And then I just recently started seeing it differently. And, you know, sometimes you just have to extract yourself from, you know, a situation that isn't working for you anymore. And, you know, sure, it may feel sneaky, but it's kind of like it may be the most compassionate way to leave a situation. Yeah, because, wow, sevens, 9s. So the people around you appear to be a little bit on the defensive. You know, you also may be feeling like you're being pushed out of something. Let's see what we have for your hopes and fears. Yeah. The Ace of Cups, you know, while Ace of Cups can definitely be a new beginning in love, it's also very indicative of a need to find better ways to love yourself. And, you know, one of the things I notice about Leo, and it's just, it boggles my mind sometimes, because Leos have this thing where they, you know, when things start going wrong, you know, and there isn't the harmony that they're seeking to provide, they hate themselves. And so you may be caught in a bit of that, you know, and then we've got the 5 of Cups too, Leo. So, yeah, I mean, this could be, you know, it's kind of like a feeling like maybe the writing is on the wall for a social situation that you've been hanging on to for a really long time, regardless of how good it was for you, or, you know, maybe you were looking for validation from that social group so that you could love yourself. Maybe you've taken this situation and made it, you know, yeah, you've got the negative tapes running in your head. Oh, Leo. Oh my God. It's a Tower. Oh, Leo. Oh, Leo. I'm so sorry. You must be going, you know, if this is resonating with you, I send you big giant hugs, because this kind of thing is never easy. But sometimes it's good to look at this kind of a situation and realize that maybe you've been hanging on for too long, and that the only reason why it's so painful is because you're never going to find the validation from this situation that your heart really needs. So, Leo, if this is resonating with you, I hate to say it, but pop a like on there, because it's possible that other Leos need to hear this message as well. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, the Hanged Man, which is clarifying the center of your reading, is that this feeling on the outside has purpose. It has a lot of purpose in terms of your personal enlightenment about how to love yourself, you know? And so it's like sometimes the only way that we learn these tough lessons is by going through a lot of pain, is by you know, kind of being shoved out of a situation. And yeah. So clarifying the Ten of Cups, which is the obstacle, is the Ten of Pentacles. So there could be aspects of your family that are very key in this. The emotional relationships that you have with them, the legacy of generations, and the sense of security, both materially and emotionally, how that's figuring in. If that's been challenging for you, it could be being reflected. Those same themes may be reflected in your social circles right now, to bring them to your attention because you're ready to heal them. Ooh, okay. So with work, you're definitely experiencing success. There's Justice card going on here. So, it's like, thank God for that, right? If work is fulfilling you. And with the Knight of Pentacles, these all just fell out. So I'm going to take them all. Wherever you're working, you're going to stay put for the time being because it really is a place where you feel validated directly as a result of the amount of work you're putting in. But it's not necessarily sustaining you emotionally. So in the past, with the Four of Wands. So, you could have even had like a roommate situation where, a bunch of friends were all together and it was working out really, really well. But again, it's like something has changed in the dynamic of your home and your community. So what is this Nine of Wands about? Yeah, it's been clarified by the Three of Wands. You are ready for something better to come towards you. You don't really feel like you have the energy to chase anything necessarily, but you are hoping, that something else, someone else is going to come and get you. You might even have a feeling of rescue me, Okay, so your anxiety is actually about starting a new adventure. You also could have an Aries somewhere in the equation of this situation. But I feel like, there's still a part of you that hasn't let go. And so, you need to find your strength to be able to let it go, Leo, because you got your card. So it's getting out of your head, because whatever the circumstance is that's leaving you right now or that you're trying to extract yourself doesn't even come close to defining who you are. So let's clarify this Seven of Swords. I feel like I want to pull two cards on this. Okay, so, well, isn't that interesting? So we've got the Seven of Swords, which, I'm trying to get over my bias on what this card is. But it's been clarified by the Ace of Swords. So you've either found your truth, or if you have been lying about something, you know what the truth is. And you know what really, what the truth of the situation is. That you either have to extract, or that you haven't been as honest as you could have been. You got the Nine of Cups. In the context of these two cards, it's possible that there are addictions, like drinking, that may be a part of this truth that you're arriving at. With the Seven of Wands and the defensiveness of the people around you, or the shoving out even, you know, that someone may have just said, you know what, I mean, like at the very worst of it, Leo, there could be somebody kicking you out of a living situation, you know, as a result of drinking or addictions in general. This may culminate on full moon if it hasn't happened already. As we've been clear, this is clarified. The Seven of Wands is clarified with the Moon card. There also could be a Cancer, could be maybe one of the people that you're roommates with. It also could be like, there could be maybe even a whole lot of overlap in your life in terms of family, co-workers, social community. Let's get one more card. King of Swords. So it could be an air sign. So that's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. But there's some clarity. You know, someone in your in your environment maybe bringing some harsh truths to you, but not in like a Knight of Swords kind of way. It's not going to be. It's not going to be like confrontational. It's just going to be really clear and unemotional. All right, so Ace of Cups. So there may be someone from your past who you're really close to who's going to remind you of all the reasons why you really need to love yourself and why you're lovable. You know, someone who's going to bring the best part of nostalgia, you know, to change your perspective, to get you away from this sense of grief of look at everything I've lost, to remind you about the Two of Cups that are right behind you. Oops, there we go, over there. See? Okay, it's like it's waiting for you. All you have to do is turn around. Turn your back on the situations that, you know, are just exhausting you. Oh my God. That's crazy. Five of Cups, clarifying the Five of Cups. So, yeah, this is not easy for you, Leo, and I'm really sorry. And it's like, and I'm almost getting a sense of deja vu. It's like, this isn't the first time that this sense of loss has occurred for you. Two of Cups. So you may have lost someone as a result of these old patterns, or even as a result of this community. You may have lost a love relationship that meant a great deal to you. So, yeah, if this is resonating, Leo, seriously, yeah, it's like, look at that. Even the mice, you know, popped out for the Lenormand. I'm going to pull 3 cards for you here. This has been eating away at you and eating away at you, whether you realize it or not. But this moon, I think, is going to shake you up a little bit. And it's going to be the key that's going to unlock the door to the new. so that you can put all of this grief and hard feelings behind you and find love. Look at that. And get you back into your heart. Because, you know, there's a lot of thinking and there's a lot of fire. And this is kind of the thing. Mercury retrograde was creating circumstances and situations that were encouraging us to drop into the heart space, to approach things and see vulnerability as our strength and not a weakness. And look at that. You've got the sun. So it's just lessons, Leo. That's it. That's all it is. Lessons in how to love yourself better. And to get yourself away from people who make you question your worth. You know, the people around you, you know, it's like there's all sorts of sayings about how we become, you know, the people that we surround ourselves with. And if those people don't love themselves and your soul is crying out for that, they're going to reject you so that you can achieve that goal of finding the love inside so that it attracts the love that you need. Jackpot. You know what? I'm going to give you a second card on that because that came up for Cancer, I think. I definitely saw it. And Free Fallen, look at that. That came up for somebody else too. And I'm going to give you 3. Baby Steps, that also came up. And what's underneath it all? Laser Beam. Okay, the divine is focusing in on you right now to encourage you to love yourself better. Wow, this one went long. Leo, please take care of yourself. If you'd like a private reading, you can contact me at bonechotarot.com. Find me on TikTok at bon.echo. And if you'd like a reading, send me a message in either one of those places, and I'd be happy to set it up. In the meantime, love yourself better, Leo. We'll see you again.